Okay, I think we're good now. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kayla Marie, and I make topic videos, spirituality videos, whatever you want to call it. And y'all, today we talking about the fact that you are not, I repeat, you are not always what you attract. And I'm looking around right now because I'm at the park. If you can't tell, I hope y'all can hear me good because these cicadas is really getting they're doing what they need to do. But I'm looking around. I'm just taking everything in. I'm in my home. This is where I belong. This is where I feel the most happy, the most fulfilled. But also a family just like walked by. So I was like, I'm on edge right now a little bit. Hello, welcome in. But yes, today we're gonna talk about how you are not always what you attract, okay? And this is something that I literally just realized, and I've been really thinking about it, and it was just kind of dropped into my mind, and I was like, okay, period, let's do it. I just been recently, I got my notes. Recently, I've been really reflecting a lot. I just kind of went through a situation that really had me, y'all. One thing about me, I'm gonna go within. So I want to do a little disclaimer and say that this is not a video of me trying to get pity from anybody. This is not a video of me wallowing in victimhood or anything like that. Because mind you, I'm not a victim, I'm a survivor. Okay? I ain't a victim. I'm a survivor. Oh, this is not funny, y'all. This is a serious matter. But yeah, I'm just kind of venting, and also, of course, I'm not gonna just vent. I'm gonna give y'all some encouragement, and also I'm making this because I feel like, as somebody that does identify, I guess, as a spiritualist, somebody that takes care of their spirituality, their soul, you know, whatever the case, whatever you want to call me, I think it's important to kind of take some of these phrases that I feel like circulates a lot and debunk them, because when you go within and you are somebody that is self-aware, you're self-responsible, um, you tend to yourself, you mind your business, you stay in your lane for the most part, and you encounter certain things that don't align and don't feel good to what you have going on, it's very easy, especially being somebody that's self-aware. Self-awareness can turn into self-criticism real quick. It can turn into self-manipulation real quick, okay? You're gaslighting yourself based off of the things that you're experiencing. And I think I kind of went through that phase for a little bit recently, and then I had to be like, whoa. Back up. This is not what we're finna do. This is not what it is. And I just want to shed light to anybody that might be also going through this. And I hope that this reaches the people that it needs to reach. And yes, y'all, we're gonna get into it, okay? So, as I stated before, I want this to be known that this video is for people who have been psychologically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually even, abused or attacked, okay? If you've been through things that have tattered you internally, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, this is videos for you, okay? This is to validate your experience and to let you know that you are not always the problem. Point blank, period. Okay? You are loved, you are lovable, and everything that you encounter and everything that you go through is not always your fault. It's not always because of the frequency that you're on. You're attracting and vibrating in a frequency where you're attracting certain. That's not always the case, okay? And I want to just get into it, okay, y'all? So yes, I would love to touch on my recent experience that is bringing this knowledge, this wisdom to y'all, okay? I was recently with, and we wasn't even, okay, I don't want to say with, okay? I was recently in a situation, and I was experiencing someone that had a lot of narcissistic characteristics and traits. I'm not going to sit up here and say that they had narcissistic personality disorder because I am not a psychologist, but I can say that they definitely had a lot of narcissism as far as their personality traits go, okay? Very narcissistic person. And I'm not realizing this until after the fact. Like, I had to literally cut this person off cold turkey, like, blocked and all, because, y'all, it was not giving. Like, I was starting to realize, like, you know, this person on paper was very, very, like, charming, very much had their ducks in a row, or so you would think, right? So you would think, okay? You know, because we're going on dates and I'm meeting their friends and they're wanting me to meet their mom and all of these things. But there's little things that they are saying to me that cut me down. There's little things that they are trying to say and do to me that are out of their own insecurity. And when I'm telling this person that it's out of insecurity, it's like, no, I just have standards and I'm just, you know, this is just what I prefer. And it's like, okay, if that's what you prefer, if you have standards, why are you talking to me? If I'm not doing the things that you prefer, why are we here? Right, because you're trying to mold me and control me and groom me into being what you want me to be, right? Not normal. Like, not okay. So I had to get out of that situation very quick, you know, and I realized, you know, after, you know, and again, this person is very charming, very much taking me on dates, doing all of the P's and Q's on their P's and Q's. Okay, we're back. Okay, that was weird. But anyway, this person was very, you know, kind and caring on the outside, on the surface. But it would be, again, the little, very, very, very little things that you wouldn't be able to spot from the outside looking in, and you definitely almost can't spot it from the inside looking in, okay? Like, I was, like, literally so confused and thinking I was tripping, and my intuition, y'all, when I tell you I had the bubble guts all the time, like, not literally, but like, I just felt it in my spirit, in my gut, like, this is not right, something is wrong. And mind you, again, this person's doing all of the right things, right? But my soul was telling me something was wrong. And then I started to really pay attention to this person's behavior, pay attention to the things that they're saying to me, paying attention to, okay, that didn't make me feel good. What did they just do? You know, what am I reacting to, you know? And again, I just started to realize, like, this person would give me a lot of backhanded compliments. They would, again, just try to do things in a very manipulative way. So, like, for instance, y'all, I be going out. I'm young and I be turned as well, okay? And while I am a spiritualist, I love to be in nature. I love to exercise and drink my water. And, you know, I'm a very multi-dimensional being. One thing about me, I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna be out. Like, I will go and get a little drinky drink with my friends every once in a while. I will go and get cute and wear my cute outfits and just, you know, have fun. I'm young. I'm not gonna be this young forever. And again, that's not for everybody. I understand that. Like, their definition of fun is different, and my definitions of fun are different. You know, my only idea of fun is not just going out and drinking or whatever the case. Okay, I have a lot of different things that I like to do, but that is one of the things that I choose to do with my free time at times. And this person did not like that, and he would make a lot of comments and just kind of be very shady. And like, if I were to see this person while, like, after going out or before going out, it's like they're pulling my top down, they're pulling my dress down because it's too short, and they're oh my god, this is so crazy. Now I'm like saying it out loud, but like, they're telling me, you know, little things about like how like they don't understand why I can't just cover up and stuff like that. And it's just little things like that. First of all, one thing about me, y'all, I'm probably an abuser's worst nightmare. Because one thing about me, you're not going to tell me what to do. That's one. I'm very strong-willed and I'm very much independent, free. You're not going to be able to, you might do it for a little while if you're real slick, but you're not going to be able to just shift who I am as a person. And I kept telling this person that. I'm like, hey, I understand you like what you like and you like what you don't like what you don't like. But one thing about me, if you don't like what I do, then you can go. And so it came to a point where I was just like, okay, this is getting to be too much. Like, you're really pressed about the fact that I'm dressing how I want, that I'm doing what I want, when you can easily be with someone that doesn't dress how I dress. They don't do the things that you don't want them to do, you know? But I was starting to understand it was about control for this person. And it was about, them being able to feel secure. Even though this person, I believe, was insecure, they felt more secure by trying to change how another person is so that they can cater to them. They felt secure by somebody catering to them and changing themselves for them, which, again, you got the wrong one. I'm not doing it. I'm not going for it. He was real slick about it to where I wasn't noticing it completely. I was paying attention, though. I was taking note. But eventually my intuition was just like, nah, you got to get out of this, because it didn't feel good. Like, I was literally, we would go on dates, we would spend, and mind you, I spent the last probably 2 months being with this person almost every single weekend. Like, we was in there quick. Like, y'all, and the excuse about it was like, oh, well, I work, because he worked every single day, so I guess Saturdays was his only off day, and so we would spend that day together. And that just kind of started to throw me all the way off, because, y'all, I have a business. Like, I own businesses. Not literally, but, like, seriously, I have a business. I have this channel. I have things that I like to do in my free time that I like to cater to, and it was just starting to become very, like, almost felt suffocated. And it was only for a day that I'm with this person. And that to me was a huge red flag as well. And so I just, like I said, y'all, I had to get out of there after a while. And it was a couple times that I tried to leave this person, and the first couple times, like, they were able to, like, manipulate me and wiggle their way back in. I don't know how. Don't ask me, okay? Y'all might be, like, thinking, like, girl, you was just getting bamboozled and you don't know no better. I promise y'all, if y'all was in my shoes, like, you probably would have fell for it too, okay? And even if you don't, just hear me out. It was very confusing, very much. And even somebody that has a very strong intuition, somebody that claims and identifies as a intuitive, as a psychic, y'all, I was shocked. He was clever. I'm not even gonna lie. I will give him that. He was good. He was really good. He almost had me for real. But I had to get out of that. I really had to get out of it. And so the last time was literally the third time that I was like, okay, I'm done for real. Like, this is not what it's giving. Because mind you, he has all these demands and requests, and he's trying to shift all of these things about my personality and how I dress and how I move in the world and the things that I do in my free time, and we're not even together. And I had to keep reminding him, I'm like, buddy, get it through your mind, I'm not even with you. What makes you think, even if I was with you, I'm not doing what you tell me to do just to satiate your own like beliefs. It wasn't even about standards and morals. And I told this person that, I'm like, it's not about your standards, it's not about your morals. If you had strong morals and standards, then you would have left me alone, because you would have been like, oh, she doesn't align with what I want in a person, she doesn't align with my values, she doesn't align with my morals. It was not about that, though. It was about control. It was about manipulation. It was about, how can I break this person down? Because I want this one. I want this one because she's confident. I want this one because she's sure of herself. How can I get her to not be like that? How can I get her to shrink herself to make me comfortable? Because then I feel like I conquered somebody. I feel like I conquered something. It gives him more comfort to know that I was able to break down this girl. I was able to break down someone as spiritual, she's spiritual, she's identifying as all these things. Like, let me see how I can, and he, again, I see through everything, y'all. So I was able to extract all of these things within the span of 3 months. And I will also say, I was beating myself up a little bit, because I'm like, dang, Kayla, like, how did you let this happen? How did he slip through the cracks? But this is the thing, when it comes to people that have narcissistic tendencies, they tend to be very charming. And narcissistic abuse is one of the hardest types of abuse to identify. It's one of the hardest types of abusers to get away from, because they don't consistently abuse you. They don't consistently cut you down. They don't consistently make you feel like crap. They will do things. They might even, majority of the time, be okay, be a nice person, be a charming person, do all the right things, and it'll just be a couple comments here and there. but those little comments here and there will really affect you. Because y'all, I knew I had to go too. Last thing, I knew I had to go because one time I was getting dressed and I was like, maybe this is too much, like I should change. And I was like, wait a minute, girl, what? Y'all, I don't ever, like, okay, let me not say I don't ever think about, like, rethink what I'm wearing, because there are times where I'm like, okay, I gotta read the room, I'm going to a family event, I'm not about to necessarily wear a club outfit, you know. There are certain times where I'm like, I will be more aware of what I'm wearing. I'm gonna read the room. Time and place for everything, right? But this is like me talking, like I'm going out by myself somewhere, maybe I'm going to lunch with a friend, dinner, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, maybe this is too much, like, should I change? Is this too short? Is this too revealing? And I'm starting to, like, think about, where does that come from? And I'm like, it's this freaking man. It's this man that I'm calling myself dating, getting into my brain. Like, it was starting to really, like, shift my normal thought processes. And that's when I realized, y'all, it could have got real bad. I had to get out of there. And so I'm like really coming to terms with what all I experienced, and I'm just thinking about all of the things that were said, all of the backhanded compliments that were given, all of the things that, like, y'all, he even tried to talk about y'all. He gonna say, y'all, he was like, he found my TikTok, right? And I have, mind you, I have almost 10K followers on TikTok. Very happy, I love that platform so much. I love the community that I've built over there. Why did he discover my TikTok? I sent him a TikTok, and you know how when you send somebody a TikTok and it shows them your profile, right? So he finds my profile, and I'm very hesitant to show people that I'm dating, like, initially, like, my social media. I don't like doing that. If we're not locked in a little bit, we gotta be locked in somewhat for me to, like, give you my social media. Because I feel like that really does tell you a lot about a person. And I like to protect those things, like, at all costs. Like, that's my art, that's my safe space, that's my community. Like, you're not gonna have access to that right off the bat, right? So it's probably like a month in, I let him, I sent him a TikTok. Why is it reconnecting? It's because I'm in the woods. But yeah, y'all, he talking about I'm a little influencer. So that was like early on. I was like, okay, that was weird. So it happens again. Like, this happened recently. I did a reading for a client, and I had gotten off the Zoom call. It was through Zoom. If you want to book a reading with me, you can. You can find my website. Oh, my website is www.the20somethingmystic.com if you want to book a reading with me. Mwah, I love that. I would appreciate it. I love connecting with y'all. Anyway, I did a reading for one of my clients. He calls me after, and I was telling him, like, oh yeah, like I just did a reading. He's like, oh, how's your day been? What you been doing? Da da. I'm like, yeah, I just did a reading. He's like, you got a little fan base, and I like it. So again, we're coming back. We're doubling back with the little. And I'm thinking, I told him, I had to correct him. I'm like, sir, nothing I do, nothing about me, nothing about my spirit, nothing about my community, nothing about what I provide and offer to this world is little. Let's get that through your brain. Let's start there. Like, it never gave little. Nothing about my energy, nothing about my spirit, nothing about my purpose, nothing about my business, nothing about my platforms gave little. Are we? So that's what I really started to realize, y'all. Like, something was not right with this man, and I had to go. So that's something that I just experienced, and I feel so free. At first, I did go through like the normal, like, dang, like, I felt bad. I felt bad because I know what this person has gone through in their life, and I know why they would turn out the way that they are. But while I understand that and I can see that, that's not my business. That's not my problem. When somebody is hurting you, or somebody is cutting you down, or trying to make you feel less than, they're projecting their insecurities onto you, they are, again, just trying to make you feel small, that's not on you. You can have compassion and empathy, but you need to leave. You need to get out. And that doesn't even go for just romantic partners. That goes for friends. I've had a similar situation with friends. I've had friends give me backhanded compliments. I've had friends that were envious of what I had going on. And it's hard to see, and it's very hard it's a hard pill to swallow. It's something that is very uncomfortable to experience as well, because when you love people, y'all, and I could get emotional. I'm not gonna get emotional, but I just feel like when you really love people from a place of purity, from a place of good intention, it is so hurtful and it is so discouraging sometimes when you encounter situations, people, jobs even, you know, that are abusive, that are draining, that are not reciprocal, that literally eat away at who you are. It is so discouraging and it is so traumatizing as well. Like, these are the situations and people and things that will literally suck the life out of you, chew you up, spit you out, and leave you for dead. Like, literally. And it's not something to take lightly. And again, that's why I'm making this video, because I know I'm not the only one. And again, this is not just the romantic partners. This can be friends. This could be parents. A lot of people have, you know, can have narcissistic parents. A lot of people can go through abuse as it pertains, even if they're not narcissistic. Mental health is a real thing, y'all. Mental disorders are a real thing. There are some people that are not all the way there. And I'm not saying I'm a saint. I have been in therapy before, you know, and I'm going to go back. After this situation, I said, I got to go back. I got to make sure I'm on my Zoom, because I don't want something like this to ever slip through the cracks again. Mind you, I'm very grateful and lucky to have a support system that I can go to, that will validate me, that will, you know, allow me to have the space to even go to them and let them know what I'm going through, and again, just validate how I'm feeling, because it's very easy, especially when it comes to narcissists, people that have narcissistic tendencies, personality, whatever. It's very easy to literally, like, not only be gaslighted by this person that you're with and dealing with, friend, parent, whatever, but it's also easy for people outside of the situation to gaslight you as well, because they don't see outside of this mask. Narcissists can tend to have a mask, which will cause them to, they might do nice things for people. They might, on the outside, look like a nice person. They might do good deeds. They might actually, you know, have moments where they cherish you. They might have moments where they treat you well, where they build you up even. There's, you know, he wasn't always giving me backhanded compliments. There was times when he'd be like, oh yes, you look so beautiful, da da da. You know, I'm so proud of you for this, da da da. Like, it was not always him being like, oh, you got your little business and you got a little fan base and, you know, you think you doing this and you why are you wearing that? It wasn't always like that. It was sprinkled in between all the good stuff. So it's easy for other people to be like, oh, well, I don't think it's that bad. I think you should wait it out. I think you should, you know, it's easy for that to happen. But I'm so grateful, because my support system, they know. Okay, and if y'all watching this, I love y'all down. My cousins, my mommy, even my dad, like, oh, my sisters, like, please don't ever play with it. Okay, don't ever play with them. Like, they are going to tell me and validate me all the time, you know. And again, I'm not trying to say this in a way where I'm not self-aware at all, because there were some things that I feel like definitely I could have taken into consideration more. But again, when it's very difficult to spot certain things and to really leave a situation when that person is doing good things as well. It's very difficult to say, oh, they said these little comments, but they're doing all of these other things. It's very hard to leave something like that. So yes, I love you too, mommy. But yes, I am very grateful that I listen to my intuition. It's not always easy to listen to yourself. It's not always easy to leave situations like that. It's just not. Especially, again, like I said, when people, the majority of what they're doing is not bad. It is so much easier to stay in something when the whole thing isn't, you know, awful. Versus, obviously, when the whole thing is awful, it's like, okay, I know I need to leave. You know, at that point, it's, you know, something different. But the whole thing was not bad. So it was a little bit different, right? But I realized through this situation that just because you attract certain people, certain situations, certain jobs, whatever, just because you experience, and let me not even say you attract, I'm going to take that whole word out of it for a second. you're not always attracting things. There are some things that you have to experience in order to get the wisdom from it. Because if you don't go through it, or if you don't get that wisdom from it, you won't know any better. Now I know better. Now if somebody else come along and they got them same traits and I still proceed, that's on me. But I ain't never really been in a situation like this. Like, I've been in situations where, the person, they was a little off, but I ain't never been with somebody that was completely, and when I tell you guys, like, literally this person, he always wanted to hear what I liked about him. He always wanted to hear about himself. He always wanted me to tell him what was so great about him. And I just was like, this is not real. And the person that I am, when I'm with people, I like to make people feel special anyway. That's like if you ever take the Art of Seduction quiz, it'll tell you like your seduction style and like how you operate in like relationships, romantic and platonic, whatever. And I'm somebody that I like to make people feel good. I like to make people feel special, not in a manipulative way, but that's just how I am. Like, even when it comes to my family, even when it comes to friends, I love hyping people up. I love making them feel good. So he had the right one. Because one thing about me, I'm definitely going to validate you in your existence in every way. But it became a point where I was like, okay, this is kind of becoming an issue. Like, this is kind of becoming like excessive. Like, why do you always want to hear about yourself? Why do you always want to know why I'm with you or know how great you are, But say all that to say, we're not gonna, it's important for you to know that it's not always about what you're attracting, but what you have to experience for higher knowledge, for higher wisdom. So you don't have to go through a situation again. Or so you could be like me, sitting here telling y'all, even if you're not on the platform or even if you're not on the internet, but you can share your story with other people and they could be like, dang, I thought I was wildin'. I thought I was crazy. Like, I didn't realize that that's what it was. I didn't realize that's what I was going through. Like, I feel so seen. Because, y'all, it's a lot of information out there about, like, narcissism. And like I said, I never really been in a situation where I was with somebody that I could say was narcissistic. I never felt that way about anyone. For the most part, a lot of the people that I have been with, they might have been a little toxic. And I might have had my little toxic moments, and been through stuff that has broken my heart and all those things. But I ain't never been with nobody that was genuinely, like, in their mind, they have like this inflated ego and they have like a grandiose view of themselves. I've never experienced that really before. So this is new to me. This is a very foreign to me. Like, I don't know. That came completely I was blindsided by that, for sure. And so again, I want to validate you and let you know that everything that you go through is not what you're attracting. Sometimes what you go through is something that you just have to experience. That's it. You get the knowledge from it, you get the wisdom from it, and you move on, okay? It's not always personal to you. Because I think we like to say stuff like, oh, you are what you attract, and if you keep meeting the same person in a different body, you're the problem. And like, to a certain degree, those things can be true. But I want to challenge those ideas and say, have we forgotten the principle, the law? If you've read the 4 agreements, have we forgotten the agreement that not to take things personally, okay? That the way that other people treat you is a direct reflection of themselves, and it has nothing to do with you. Everybody has their own trauma. Everybody has their own experience. Everybody has their own perspective. Everybody has their own beliefs, and they're living in their worlds. You happen to be a small portion of somebody else's whole world that they are viewing and living in. You just happen to get caught in the crossfire of it. Okay, and again, this goes for romantic partners. This goes for friendships. This goes for parents. This goes for family. This goes for jobs. Whatever dynamic relationship, business partners, whatever, mentors, I don't know, communities you in, churches, okay? It's not always you're attracting all of these things and it's something that you need to look at within. There are times, and again, me being an introspective person, I'm gonna look within regardless. One thing about me, I'm going to soul search. I'm going to spend my time alone and really get to the bottom of what it is I'm feeling, what it is, the beliefs that I'm having, you know, what I can improve on as a person. But it's not always, you don't always go through things that are called for you to place blame on yourself, because that's really what it is. When you say, oh, well, I just need to do more healing, there's something wrong with me, there must be something wrong with me, you're blaming yourself for something that somebody else inflicted on you, and it wasn't ever personal to you. What that person did, said, whatever, it was not your fault. And I want to tell you that right now. It is not your fault if you ever have gone through any type of abuse, if you've ever gone through any confusing, toxic situation. It's not always your fault. Especially when you are somebody that is self-aware, that is introspective, that is grounded emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Even if you have your moments where it's wavering, okay? We're not perfect. But I want you to understand and know, not everything you go through is something that you attracted. And even if it was, sometimes you have to go through things, like I said, again, to get that higher knowledge, to get the wisdom from it, so you don't have to ever endure it again, so you can help other people that might be in the same boat. It's not always about you. It's not always something that you have to take to heart and take personally and say, well, dang, there must be something within me that needs to be healed, so let me go. You're not always needing to fix something about yourself or to heal, or, and again, I say that lightly because you're going to heal for the rest of your life. But I say that because sometimes I think it's easy for people that are aware, that are self-aware. Somebody said just today, earlier, tweeted about this. This is perfect timing. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see. Okay. This is perfect timing. Thank you 100 times. Oh, I'm so glad. Being the eldest daughter is easy to blame yourself. Thank you for taking this weight off of my shoulders. You are so welcome, Stick a Butt. You are so welcome. And that's why I'm so glad I'm on here. And I really want to validate anybody. My heart goes out to anybody that is the oldest sibling as well. Because y'all do the most. Y'all be the rock of the family. Y'all be the rock of the family. And sometimes I feel like those situations and those experiences also go unnoticed. And you also might be gaslighted for what you had to endure and the things, the sacrifices that you had to make for your siblings, for the family, all that, okay? You are seen, you are loved. Thank you for commenting that. I appreciate you for being here. But yes, y'all, I wanted to really just drill that in because it's not always your fault. You're not always the problem. It's not always something within you that needs to be fixed or changed or whatever, okay? When you're a light, or you're empathic, or you're spiritual, or you even if you don't identify as any of that, if you are somebody that to the public, to the masses, from the outside looking in, you look very put together, you're confident, you look confident, even if even if behind the scenes you like, girl, I don't know about all that because I be struggling. I don't care. If you know and you're presenting to the world, you hold yourself to a high regard, you present to the world that you're confident, that you're able, that you're capable, that you for the most part, you're doing your stuff, you're figuring it out. People will prey on that all day long. It's going to be people, even if they're not trying to necessarily even prey on you intentionally, they're going to want to be around you because you are a light. Okay? And I don't know who said this first, but I saw something, and I don't even remember where I saw it from, but it says something along the lines of light attracts light, but light also attracts bugs. So when you take that into consideration, everything you attract is not necessarily directly a reflection of where you are or something within you. Yes, we can find things in other people that we also have within us, and we can use that as feedback for ourselves. Yes. And I 100% encourage self-introspection. I encourage self-reflection. I encourage healing. I encourage growth. I encourage expansion. But I don't encourage victim blaming. I don't encourage blaming yourself, period. I don't encourage you losing your power to a situation and taking on these things that are projected onto you. I don't encourage that at all. Call people out on what they're doing and keep it pushing. You know, wish them love, send them love. That's what they need. People need people like you. Don't become jaded in this world. Don't feel like what you're doing or how you are is a problem. Don't feel like you have to change who you are. Don't feel like something's wrong with you. It's nothing wrong with you. People have to have certain experiences, you know, you, them, whoever, we all have to experience certain things. You might be the catalyst for that person's change. I would hope and pray that I'm the catalyst for that person's change. But sometimes you're not. And that's okay too. Some people don't change. And that's not your job to even worry about or think about. Okay, just be happy you're free. You're living your life. You're doing your best day in, day out. And don't blame yourself. Don't internalize everything, especially if you are somebody that identifies as spiritual or grounded or mentally, emotionally sound, grounded. Don't take on so much pressure all of the time to be perfect. I talked about that in my last video, okay, y'all? And I was in the midst of that situation while I was talking about that. Don't be so hard on yourself that you don't allow yourself to have experiences, because your experiences is what's going to allow you to learn. That's what's going to allow you to have wisdom. That's what's going to allow you to even do better and reach the heights that you want to reach and reach your potential and really expand. Okay, we have to expand, and it is very uncomfortable. My mom commented earlier on this live chat. I've seen it. She said growing pains. It is very much growing pains. It's not easy to grow. It's not easy being a little caterpillar in a cocoon. It's claustrophobic in there. It's claustrophobic in there. You probably can't breathe. You feel chunky. You in this little chrysalis. But guess what? When you get out of it, you're a butterfly and you can spread your wings and fly away. And nobody's stopping you at that point. You're not contained. You're not caged in. Okay, you're not surrounded by narcissistic energy vampires and leeches and none of that. You're not surrounded by those people anymore because you're free. As you're meant to be. You are meant to be free in this planet, on this earth. You're not meant to be owned by anyone. You're not meant to be controlled by anyone. You're not meant to be contained by anything. That's not how you're supposed to live your life. Okay? That's not how you're supposed to feel. If anybody makes you feel like that, I'm gonna tell you right now, you need to get away from those people. I don't care if it's your parents, your family, your friends, your bestie, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. I don't care who it is. If you don't feel right about somebody, it doesn't matter if they treat you like royalty on the outside. If something within you is telling you this person is not right, if something within you is feeling their energy, you feel the malevolent force. Y'all, I was feeling malevolent forces on this person. I could feel it. I could feel the darkness. Get away. just don't even, okay? And if you don't get away within the time frame that you feel like you should have, which time is not real anyway. Don't beat yourself up for staying in something longer than you anticipated or whatever. Don't do that either, okay? But understand, you can trust yourself. You're not crazy. And you are okay. You are going to be okay. You was okay before that person. You're going to be okay after that person. And God is going to send you people that are like you. More light so that y'all can all shine, okay? You're not going to have bugs all up on your, you know, ew. We don't want that. And it's getting dark, y'all. So, and I don't know why this little white strip, can y'all see that, or am I tripping? Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. Okay, also, if you are somebody, again, that identifies as an empath, you identify as a psychic, a highly sensitive person, spiritual person, grounded emotionally, mentally, responsible, whatever, secure. When you are secure in yourself, when you are secure as a person, you need to have your boundaries. This is not up for debate. This is not up for discussion. Have your boundaries and assert them expeditiously. Especially when it comes to people that want to constantly be around you. Constantly steal from your cup. Okay, because that's what they're doing. They're trying to drink from your cup. And baby, if they're always drinking from your cup, you're going to be depleted after a while. You have to have boundaries and tell this person, tell people, girl, we could be on the phone tomorrow because I gotta do this. Or, I don't want to do that tonight because I'm going to stay in. I'm going to tend to me. I'm going to read my book. I'm going to journal. I'm going to, have a glass of wine, whatever. Okay? That's my type of night. But listen, I'm telling y'all, don't feel bad for certain boundaries. And people that really love you and care about you, they're going to be like, okay, girl, period. That's okay. Or the dude that you talking to, they're going to be like, all right, I feel you, whatever. they're gonna respect it. If anything, they're gonna love you more for it, because you're able to tend to yourself. You know how to self-regulate. You know how to fill your own cup. You're not outsourcing for your validation. You're not outsourcing for your happiness. You're not outsourcing for love. You're not outsourcing for security. People that do that, they outsourcing you. You be the outsource, because you know how to do that on your own. But I need you to lock in. Keep your boundaries. Assert your boundaries, and assert firm ones if you need to. Okay, like I said, y'all, this person's blocked on everything. Their number is blocked. Hopefully they don't try to comment on this video or something. I don't know. I am kind of paranoid, I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, I'm not that paranoid, because God got me anyway. And I got me too. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Anyway. Yes, y'all. Please just have firm boundaries. Know your worth. Okay? And don't dim your light for nobody. Period. Do not do it. It is a setup, and it doesn't do anything for you. It makes other people feel better that are smaller than you. And this is the thing. This be the real kicker, y'all. Nobody is superior to anybody. Everybody has the capability to shine their light and to be a bright light in this world, and to be in their purpose, and to spread love and joy and happiness, right? So therefore, you don't even have to try to make people feel smaller. Just tend to yourself. Tend to yourself. Build yourself up authentically. Be yourself. And you won't have to feel the need to cut other people down and be projecting your insecurities onto other people. And we're human. We all have insecurities. I have insecurities. But one thing I'm not going to do is be like, oh, she thinks she all that because she did it. When in reality, I just am mad and feel threatened because she has confidence. I'm not going to project that onto another person. I'm going to go within and be like, dang, what is it that I feel, Yes, it's gonna be okay. This is gonna be posted on my channel. So if you missed anything, it will definitely be up on my channel for you to watch, because this was a good one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but it was good. Okay. Yes, it's gonna be posted here in a second. I'm about to get off of here, y'all, because it's really dark. But where was I at? Okay, yes, I'm not gonna project my insecurities and the things that I have going on within on anyone. Y'all, I'm about to be single for a whole year in September, which that is a huge accomplishment for me. I'm not going to get into why. I'm not going to go into all that right now. But I just want y'all to know, like, for me, spending so much time alone, and I've been dating all this year too. I've been, thank you, good luck in your search all year. And I feel like the things that I have learned through all of that is that I am capable of giving myself all of the things that anybody else gives to me. And I am not afraid to be alone. I'm not afraid to choose my peace, my sanity, my own love over anybody else's. Period. Like, I'm not afraid to do that, And that's something that I had to learn, and I had to get to this point. But I don't know. I just feel like nobody can take my power away. And you're not taking my power unless I give it to you, okay? And even if I give it to you, I'm snatching it right back. After a while, I'm snatching it back. Thank you. But yes, y'all. So I just want y'all to know, we're closing it out because it's getting dark, and my mommy's telling me to be safe, and I know she's getting worried. So you are not broken. You are lovable. Okay? You are not always the problem. You're not always the problem. And you're gonna be tested when you're somebody that is secure within themselves, when you're secure emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially. Some people be trying to, they be trying to wiggle their way in, but you're gonna be tested, and that's okay. It's not personal to you. It's not about the work that you have or haven't done, or it's not about you. It's about people. They want love. People, at the end of the day, we want love. We want to be loved. I'm gonna try to move into the light. I don't know if that's gonna help anything. Y'all definitely cannot see me right now, but I'm still gonna get this message out. I don't care. But yes, at the end of the day, as human beings, we all just want to be loved. We all just want to be cared for. We all want to be heard, seen, valued, cherished. And so sometimes people might not do the best things in order to get that. And that is not your problem. But it is your problem to worry about yourself, to make sure you're self-aware so that you're not doing things that are shady to get those things. Because guess what? You don't have to even do all of that. You never have to do that. You can get it from within, and people are going to naturally you're going to naturally meet and find people that will give it to you effortlessly. And it will be even better because you give it to yourself as well. So it'll be great. It'll be wonderful. And just know that that's what you are destined to have. That's what you are destined for. If you're doing the work, and if you're aware, and if you know, embody love and compassion and grace, you get all kinds of things, okay? All kinds of people be coming to you. All kinds of people. And good people will come to you as well, okay? So, all in all, in conclusion, it is super dark. The fireflies is fire flying, okay? Take your lesson and keep living your life, okay? Be free. Be happy. Continue to be that light, okay? Continue to irritate people's demons. When you have a light inside of you, it shines light on people's demons and their issues and their problems. And God probably sent you that person for a reason anyway, okay? Let's be real. God be orchestrating stuff on purpose. We might not understand. We might be like, oh, do I need to keep healing? Blah. But no, things happen for a reason. And understand your best karma. Your karma is being happy, living your life, moving on, wishing people well, letting go of anger, resentment, bitterness, and living your life and being happy on your own, okay? And just continuing on, okay? But yes, y'all, that's all I have. Thank you all for being here. This was a wild live, okay? It's super dark, but I'm so grateful for y'all being here. I hope I validated some people. I hope I spoke life into you. I hope I just gave you love. And please, you are not always what you attract, period. Please remember that. You are not always the problem. Keep healing, though. Keep healing, keep evolving, keep expanding, keep growing. You're going to meet your people. And not everything's personal, okay? Okay? God bless you. God bless y'all, okay? I love y'all so much. I love y'all down. I'm so happy y'all were here. But yes, I hope this was a word for y'all. I'm gonna go. I love y'all. Take care of yourself, please. And be prayed up, okay? Stay prayed up. Keep yourself protected. Pray for other people, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, bye. Love y'all. Bye.